every night. I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.
Well, I wasn't sure we were gonna make it, and unfortunately we did lose some people along the way, but 2014 is finally coming to a close, and that means, as painful as it may be, it's time to look back at this year in video games.
With a kick of the future, many kids don't need the masters, just waiting for the little bastards. Oh yeah. Watch Dogs.
Probably the most anticipated game of 2014, Watch Dogs set out to teach us an important lesson in this increasingly terrifying age of technology and secrecy. Never get your hopes up for anything, ever.
Dark Souls 2.
With Dark Souls 2, From Software faced a massive challenge and attempted to create a worthy sequel to one of the most legendary games of their generation, and they failed. To be fair though, the standard set by the Souls series is really high. But it's kind of astounding just how far they missed the mark on things like world building and fun but challenging gameplay. This is still a really good game, but in the end it just doesn't live up to the standards set by its predecessors, even if it did acknowledge some of my favorite internet memes from the first game.
Titanfall.
Former Infinity Ward developers, now under the name Respawn Entertainment, set their sights on the series that gave them their success, and they mostly delivered in giving us the same tight gameplay everyone's already familiar with, except this time with big robots. Unfortunately, it turns out the people who like playing Call of Duty already have a game made just for them. It's called Call of Duty, and the latest installment is actually a major step forward for a decade-old franchise.
Assassin's Creed Unity. Transistor.
Considering how much everyone loved Bastion, it's surprising how little attention has been given to Supergiant Games' new release, Transistor. Anyway, in my opinion, Transistor pretty much exceeds Bastion in every single way, even down to the art and soundtrack, which were fucking fantastic in Bastion. It's the atmosphere and style of Transistor that I like so much, but the gameplay is solid, it's interesting, it's constantly fresh. It's a really good little game, it draws you into its world and it doesn't let go until you're done.
War Thunder.
Okay, so this didn't come out this year, but they did add tanks, which might as well be a completely separate game entirely. The same incredible variety and depth of their planes has now been applied to the tanks, and it's downright impressive just how much content there is, and how realistic the simulation aspect remains to be. Sure, the game has a lot of issues, not least of which is how impenetrable it is as a result of its depth, and how confusing every little thing has to be. I mean, look at this. There are 3 completely separate currencies. Why? Why does that have to be a thing? Regardless though, this is still probably the best free-to-play game on any platform, and you should definitely check it out if you're at all interested in World War II tanks or planes.
Lethal League. Get ready. Play ball.
This is just a really cool game. It's oozing with style, and although it's very simple, I've had a lot of fun with the few hours I've played with it, and I felt like I had to show you guys. The only way I can describe it is it's a fighting game infused with Pong and Dragon Ball Z.
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes.
Yes, it really is just a demo that you have to pay for, even down to a trailer for the full game at the end. But let's be honest, if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, you've already bought and played it. If you're not, you don't care anyway. Plus, it's a pretty good package for just 13 bucks on the PC, and it runs and looks great. I played through the entire MGS series for the first time this year. I fell in love with it, and Ground Zeroes just makes me even more excited for Phantom Pain's upcoming release.
Rhythm Doctor.
Look, you need to play this game. I'll put a link in the description. It's free, it's pay what you want. Just download it and play it. Trust me.
Middle Earth. Shadow of Mordor.
This game has been getting a lot of praise from critics this year, and I'll admit I had a lot of fun with it, for the first couple of hours. It's a fun game, it really is, but in the end it's just an Assassin's Creed game with Batman combat. The only thing it has going for it is the Nemesis system, which would be great if your Nemesis actually posed any threat after the first few hours of gameplay. I'd like to see more ambitious developers use a similar system to create something truly unique, and just better.
Jazzpunk.
Jazzpunk is basically a series of airplane-style jokes crammed into a very short, very stylish little exploration game. Honestly, this might be my favorite game of the year. The jokes can be hit or miss, but they come and go so rapidly that it never just falls flat or overstays its welcome. And it does a great job of using the unique medium a game provides to deliver a kind of humor that a movie or show can't produce. It's exactly the kind of game the industry needs at a time when everyone's taking themselves way too seriously. That said, $15 is a bit pricey, but if you can pick it up for half price, it's definitely worth it. Watching a playthrough of it does not provide the same experience, trust me. You need to play this game. It's great. Well, there you have it, folks. Another year in the bag. Can't say it's been the best of years for video games, regardless of overblown controversies or the stresses of real life. I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year at the Jeff Keighley Awards, for God's sake. And I know there's so many games I didn't have time to mention or play, and a couple of them might have even been good. But there's always next year to look forward to, and there's always more video games on the horizon. Metal Gear Solid 5 is on its way, and Bloodborne. And who knows what else is in store for us diverse players of games. Yes, next year will be a good year, I just know it. For now though, don't forget to stock up during the Steam sale and have a happy new year. A happy 2015. Keep enjoying those games. This has been Skippy, signing off.